We will add some legs on the table to make sure the legs are placed in the right distance from the corners. I'll add some ref planes parallel to the sides. I will add dimensions. And if I want to control this this distance from the edge of the table to the leg, I'll select all dimensions, add a label. I can add the same parameter to several dimensions. Like this. Then I'll add the legs itself. I create this situation. I'll use a blend. So I want the leg to be a little bit thicker on the top than in the bottom. Again, I'll make a rectangle, 100 by 100, and I'll drag the red rectangle from the intersection between those ref planes, which means I'll be able to lock the lines to this line and this line. The other lines I have to add dimensions to make sure they have the right distance here. I'll lock this because I don't want to change this. 100 by 100. Then I go to edit top. Again, I'll take a rectangle from here, make it a bit, let's say, 60 by 60. I'll lock those lines again, add dimensions, and I accept the profile. In front view, I see I have modeled it upside down, so I simply take this on the top. I drag it down to the bottom to make sure it's locked. In the same way, drag the top to make it snap to the underside of the plate and press lock. So you can see I have this one table leg here. Of course I'll do the same. Ref level. I'll simply take a mirror. But to make sure it's locked in the same way, I have to edit this component, edit top, just to make sure that it's aligned and locked to this ref planes. Maybe it was locked. It was, so I have to add dimensions to control this. And in the other direction I can align it with the other leg. So this line have to be equal to this line and then lock it. Edit base, the same, to make sure it's aligned. Add dimension. And in this direction I can align with the other leg. Again, choose those. Mirror. To make sure that they're locked on this side. Maybe I can just align the whole component. I don't know if it's enough. If it's enough, we have to see. Like this. In front view, you see it seems okay. We'll load into project again. I always make a little thing in the family and then reload into project all the time, because if you make more complex families, if it gets too complex or you make an error, Revit will give up and say can't make object a delete type. It wouldn't tell you where you have made this mistake. So if you all the time make a little bit, try it into the project, you have always only one step back to find the error. So and sometimes it don't behave in the same way in the project as it do in the family. So keep testing in the projects. Let's see if it seems okay. Maybe if we change the heights, we can control if we had all the legs locked. We haven't. We'll go back, edit family, front view. Now I don't know width, so I can simply change the height in the family as well. I can see which legs wasn't locked. Simply drag them and lock, or align and lock. It's very important they're locked. It's better. Then I want to add those list underneath the table to go around the table. For that purpose, I'll use the sweep, the same figure as we use in door frames, window frames. So I'm starting by adding this, sketching the path. I can draw lines like this and then align them. Or I could use this rectangle as well. This is just another way of doing the same thing, but now I have a better visual control, but which lines is binded to which one, so I can control, I think, line by line to align and lock them. By the first line I draw was this red spot, green lines. This is where I had to add the profile of this list. I accept the path. Then go to edit profile. I can make the profile itself as a family and then load it into the project, or I can make my own profile. I have to switch to front elevation to see right in this profile. See again, I have the path on my ref level. I have the indication of where the profile must be drawn. I'll draw it up here. You can see why I'm not an architect. I'll align the top to the underside of the plate. I'll align the side to the ref plane. Maybe lock the height of the profile. If I wanted different sizes, I could of course add a label to the height and to change in the project, but in this case I'll just leave it by that. I'll press OK to finish the profile, and once again to finish the sweep. like this. Again, load into project. Does it follow the different width or the different lengths? It seems okay. It was a sweep.